I'm a board member of the New Israel Fund Australia.
Oh, wow.
The New Israel Fund supports Israeli justice, social justice and human rights organisations. Israel is known for its robust democracy and outspoken media. I'm sure you've heard the old joke about two Jews having three opinions. However, for some years, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's nationalist government has made it their practice to encourage attacks on Israel's social justice and human rights organisations by falsely painting them as makers of fake news and falsely helping to delegitimise Israel internationally. Do you see the threat to Israel's democracy as part of the same so-called fake news phenomenon, or is it something different? How's the health of Israel's democracy today and into the future?
Merav. Well, I think Israeli democracy is very strong. That goes together with, yes, I think the government which I oppose to and I'm in the opposition of is hurting and eroding, unfortunately. I don't think they'll succeed, though, because, and you know, we were discussing right now the gap between politicians who do things for their own interest rather than for their communities. And I think, and you didn't ask about that, but maybe someone will, you look at both leaders, both governments, the Israeli one and the Palestinian one, the Palestinian Authority, and you see on both societies a vast majority that supports the two-state solution and wants a solution and wants peace, but you see two leaderships that are, I don't know, not interested, not capable, or not, I don't know what, but they're not doing it, even though it's in the best interests of their two societies in two countries. So I think the people ultimately know what they want, and the people in Israel want a democratic state, so they're not going to let anyone take it away from them.
Mark Dreyfus, did you want to jump in here as well?
Yeah, I defer to Merav, obviously, Irving, about the state of Israeli democracy, because Merav is working in it every day. The particular matter you raised about civil society organisations, the voices of NGOs, I think is an important one. I come from a political tradition which welcomes diversity of voices, and we've got a little bit of an analogy here in this country. We've got a government that in my policy area related to legal assistance has tried to shut down advocacy by community legal centres. On a much larger scale, regrettably in Israel, the right-wing government there has tried to shut down the voices of some NGOs. Now, I'm not a practitioner of Israeli politics. I'm an Australian politician, but I look from afar and think the democracy would be healthier if more diversity of voices were welcomed and if there was not an attempt to shut down dissident voices. I think we benefit from dissident voices. I think we benefit from criticism. I know Anthony Grayling will agree with this. It's about people participating and making their voices heard and not trying to shut down opposing voices. It's exceptionally important that we welcome diverse voices even when we disagree with them, because we might just learn something and we might actually improve the quality of government by listening.